Are you vegan?
No, I'm not vegan. My sister is.
Oh, is she? Ah, yeah.
Chicken!
Yeah.
It's just to see it.
We've got power in this. We can stop this from happening by stopping consuming the products. It's hard what happens to them, and they wouldn't want to eat it if they knew what happened.
No, we're from a farm, so we don't eat chickens and eggs like that. So.
Oh, you don't? But you still eat them?
I do, yes.
Chickens are our friends, not food. Probably. Of killing an animal?
Yeah, I
what
shoot
about,
for a living.
You shoot animals for a dog? Do you shoot animals for a living?
Yeah, to eat.
You don't think animal cruelty is wrong? Or?
I hate animal cruelty. Yeah, I'm a massive, I look at an animal to me like, I'm not saying I don't feel bad.
When you shoot? So you're going against your nature?
Absolutely, I would feel bad, yeah, of course.
So isn't that saying something? Like, that you shouldn't be doing it maybe? Like,
Yeah.
But you sort of might have been conditioned through, you've been conditioned to think that it's normal and natural to shoot animals for food.
Well, what have we been doing for 6,000 years?
Yeah. We've been killing each other for 6,000 years too. Does that make murder justified?
No, absolutely not.
So there's things that we've been doing traditionally that aren't morally okay. Like in the animal's eyes, like there's no reason to do it. Like if we're
when an animal comes to you to kill you to eat, you're just going to go, mate, I'm all yours.
Fair enough, mate. No. Animals try to kill you, you're allowed to defend yourself, but cows, chickens, pigs never hurt no one. Chicken never hurt no one. But we're breeding them into existence for the sole purpose of confining them against their will and murdering them. Billions. I mean, I'm talking 150 billion a year.
Yeah.
We kill that many fish that they have to measure in tons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, we.
And I do, look, I understand all that, I do. Yeah,
and like, if you don't need to go out and hunt, like you're not in the,
what else am I going to eat? Go to the shop and buy food that someone else has gone out and hunted and killed?
Well, you can eat plants.
Someone else has cropped and grown in the ground.
And no one has to die for that. Well, you can greatly reduce the deaths.
Then we can take it down to the level that, what the fuck, if the plant has feelings? How do you know the plant has feelings?
Because it's scientific consensus that plants aren't sentient. I mean, there's no scientist, rational scientist on Earth that thinks that plants are sentient.
Yeah.
They don't experience subjective reality. They don't have a brain or a central nervous system. Like animals clearly avoid pain and suffering. They show affection. They want to look after their young. You take a cow's calf away from her, she's distressed. They pine. Yeah. So you know that these animals are intelligent. They're sentient. If you've been a farmer, you've been around them. You know that.
Absolutely.
You know they have the capacity to be like our pets.
Yeah.
Like a cow.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I have pigs that are pets. Yeah.
We just think there's a better way.
And look, I understand that.
Like we could keep doing what we've been doing in the past, killing each other, killing animals. But if it's not necessary for our health or survival, we have supermarkets with fruits and vegetables and grains. You can be healthy without meat and dairy.
I have another theory. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And what are you going to do with all the animals that are here on this planet? And we're still going to have to cull animals. We're still going to have to get rid of animals.
I fully understand that. So you're saying like if we all went vegan, we'd have.
People are overpopulating the earth. If we don't kill animals, or we have to kill wildlife.
You have to protect the animals that you want to kill for your own benefit.
But otherwise, aren't they all going to get out of?
But what are those animals doing in your property in the first place?
Consumption.
Because
you sell the calves. They go to market.
You're killing them.
Yeah.
You're making money off of their backs.
Yeah.
So we're saying that is unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's things that happen in nature that we can't. We should let nature be nature, and we can do things like if we.
But wouldn't you say this is nature? I mean, hasn't it been nature for the last?
Well, you see lions.
God, before Christ, if you believe in Christ.
Factory farms.
I'm not talking.
We got 7 billion people.
I don't believe in them. I hate them.
Yeah.
Like I do believe in when an animal, you're going to kill an animal. That does not mean its welfare and its life up until when it dies should be horrible. I hate that. I hate animal cruelty. I'm not a fan of it.
A bullet in the head in a happy cow is just as bad as a bullet in the head in a cow that suffered their whole life.
But it's not. They don't even know they're dead.
But they know that they want to live.
Know what's going to happen.
But does that justify killing someone? Think about it. Like if I killed someone and they didn't even know they died, would that make that act of murder justified?
Scientifically, you got humans, you got animals.
So we got humans and we got dogs.
Yeah,
So
there's
am I going to go
ways
around
to
killing
Well,
dogs?
they do in China or wherever else.
Yeah, it's not justified. We think it's morally abhorrent in our society.
We do, because we treat dogs as our best friend.
Why?
But for them, it's their food. You go up north, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders kill turtles. I've
Yeah.
seen it happen. They eat them, I've eaten them. They kill dugongs.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay though. Just
But
because
that's what
one
they've
society. Yeah, but
What else
we
are
don't
you gonna
need.
eat up there?
Oh well, we're not
I
in
mean,
the.
they have a little bit of bush tucker, etc. But what else is there?
But are you in that
They can't
situation? Are
survive
you in
on
that situation?
No, but they are.
Yeah.
What
So-
else? Do you know what I mean?
So let's just say there's
if we
these
go back
jungle
to our
men.
natural
There's
instinct.
jungle men that have to kill animals to survive.
Yeah.
But we're not jungle men. We're in
So what's going to happen
suburbia.
if we all turn freaking vegan? They're still going to have to kill to survive. They still have to eat.
But they're in
They
a
can't
different
survive.
situation.
That's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it does because
No,
we're in
doesn't.
we're in a society where we can go to the supermarket and buy grains.
Yeah, that someone's grown.
And there's like
Using animal products probably, etc., etc., etc.
yeah, but we'd move away from animal products if we weren't killing 150 billion a year. We wouldn't use their entrails and their feces to like fertilise crops. We wouldn't need to. We wouldn't have all this waste.
What are we going to use to fertilise crops for the grain that people are going to have to eat?
We can use another means of farming, veganic
You've
farming.
got your fish bloody stuff, but that's still fish out of the ocean. Do you know what I mean? It's a never going cycle.
We can stop the cruelty and violence in our lives
But
by.
I fully agree with the whole factory farming and all that shit. I hate it. Pig farming, I hate it. I don't agree with it. I do agree that.
So if we all want to eat meat, 7 billion of us all want a steak sandwich, how are we going to do that with your method?
I agree with the free range.
You know, we're feeding all the resources. He already told you all the resources that are going to feed these animals. There's no other way to do this. There's no environmentally sustainable way to do
And I
this.
do understand, like, we have overpopulated the world, and it's only going to get worse. I
got
understand that, but that's not
56
I
billion land animals at the moment. That just for farm, just
Yeah.
for food.
Yeah.
Like this is what needs to happen so we can eat them. You know, we're saying it's totally unnecessary. These animals are sentient beings. We're breeding them into existence
Yeah.
for no other reason than to make money off their backs or to cut their head off and eat their bodies. Like,
But you know, it's not.
in what world is this okay? Like,
Yeah, but in what world is it okay to say, 56 billion animals? How many people's involved in that? You've probably got 20 billion people involved in that industry worldwide. What are you going to do?
All the
What are you going to
consumers.
do with their lives?
With
That's
their lives.
livelihood.
Well, they can
My
move into-
farming. My grandpa cleared the land. My great grandpa cleared the land.
Yeah.
They came out on a boat as convicts, cleared the land.
there's a victim involved, isn't there?
But
The
that's
victims are the
that's
animals.
livelihood.
Yeah, but there's other things we can make money off. So,
But where are you going to put all these people?
if we
though?
switch out the meat
You don't
industry,
even need people to grow a vegan crop.
well, if we switch out the meat industry, there will be other
But
industries
what?
that.
There's gonna be stuff.
Well, there will be plant-based meats now. They're making it out of soy and pea protein and all these other amazing plant-based
How are
proteins.
they going to grow all these
We got
amazing,
oat milk, rice milk, almond milk.
How are they going
We
to
need,
grow all these amazing?
well, we managed to grow so billions of tons of crops to feed to all these animals.
Yeah, with fertilisers, etc., etc.
Yeah, there's other
That
ways.
come from-
There's alternatives though. Like we're saying, it's complete. There's other ways of doing this that don't involve what we're doing now. What we're doing now is like any sane, rational person would look at that and say, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But no one knows. Like, even like just shooting a cow in the head, like that act there makes you feel uncomfortable. And if you showed your children or showed some children that, we'd be like, oh, this is just nature. Boom, we're just shooting this happy cow in the head. Like, here, you want to eat its body with us? They'd be like, no. You'd have to hide that from them. You have to say, no, this is called beef. It's in a burger. It's a burger. It's fine. There's no violence in this burger. Like, we're lying to our children.
That's why you tell them the truth. It's the way of life. It's survival.
You think it's okay to show children that shooting an animal in the head is
I grew up with
okay?
it. Seen it from when I can remember.
No, I think that's
And that's fine, and I understand that. Look, if I went 20 years, the first 20 years of my life, and my parents had hit to me the fact that the meat that I was eating or buying, it hit to me the fact that, yeah, that animal has to get shot, that animal has to get killed, it grows up just to get killed so that you eat it. If that hit that to me and I got 20 years of age, I realised I would be I'd probably be doing something similar
just
to
because
this.
we condition children to violence to make them think it's okay does not make the violence
But how
okay.
is it violence? It's a bullet in the head, it's dead. It's got no idea.
A bullet in the head is violence. You'd have to agree with me on that. Come on.
I don't know.
In what other context wouldn't it be violence? A bullet in the head.
But you don't kill another human to eat it.
Some people do. What if we did? Would that make it okay if we started?
Actually, it was not very long that Mary's was still doing it.
There's a reason we don't shoot people in the head because we know that that person wants to live a life without suffering. We know that they
Because they're
deserve.
a human being.
Yeah. So where do we draw the line? Animals are just worthless pieces of objects that we can just use and exploit and kill when our So we decide when their life ends. We do.
You know, if I'm going to go anywhere where I'm dying, the last thing I'm going to be worried about is the amount of animals I've killed. There is much bigger things in this world that I'm worried about.
You don't think about animals?
No, hell no. No, I don't. Like, you know, I have my pets and I have my...
What if I shot your pets in the head and ate them?
Yeah, I'd probably shoot you too.
But why?
Because they're my pets.
But what if I was hungry?
I'm close to them.
But so you only care about the animals that you care about, but not about the actual animal itself. You only care about your animals because they make you...
You have to make that disconnection. You have to. It's life.
Yeah,
That's the way it goes. If I'm out in the bush and I have to look at an animal, if I'm starving and I have to shoot an animal because I've got nothing else to eat, I'm not going to look and go, oh, poor you, and leave it be and starve to death.
You're not in that situation though.
But I am, because I need to eat.
But we're vegan. I've been vegan for nearly 4 years now.
Yeah.
I haven't had to go out and kill an animal to survive. I haven't.
Yeah, and I want you to prove to me in that last 4 years that nothing to do with animals has gone anywhere near the vegan food that you eat.
Well, that's not reality, right? The reality is, veganism is the least amount of harm.
Reality. You want a world without animals.
Okay, so I could either eat the vegan food and kill a bunch of animals on top of that, or I could try to minimise the suffering and violence in my life by causing the least amount of harm.
And if that makes you feel better, that's amazing. That's really good.
Well, it's not about me at the end of the day.
Well, it is.
It's about the amount of animals that go to slaughterhouses unnecessarily. The ones that are confined and put in trucks or shot in the head on farms.
Yeah.
Used for their skin.
Yeah. I mean, what have we been doing for centuries? You've got to keep warm somehow.
We've been raping and pillaging villages for centuries. A lot of.
Absolutely, it's still going on.
Yeah, is it okay though?
No.
We need to move past it.
I don't find that okay.
You think we'd need to move past it though? Like, or do you want to stay in the?
Oh, we're still stuck in it. We should be moving.
We've got
we should be well moved.
Technology now. We're moving past it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We think there's a better way, and the way forward is like.
That's fine. Yeah.
You don't agree?
To a certain extent, I do.
You don't agree with this though?
Well, I don't agree. I mean,
you think that this looks bad?
no, I think. Oh, yeah, I hate all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I've worked. I know. Yeah.
You hate it, but you still will buy the products.
Like, if an animal is going to have a life, I want it to have a happy, healthy life until the stage that it dies, whatever that stage is. And I hope when it dies, it's a cruelless. It's not a harm. Like, it doesn't even know it's going to happen.
That makes you feel better inside your heart,
that's the way it should be.
because you agree that animals deserve a life without suffering,
Well, yeah.
but they deserve a bullet in the head if we're going to eat them.
Well, they don't know what's happening.
They haven't done nothing to deserve that though. Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, true. We're on the same thing though. They don't know what's happened, so it makes it okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You think that's cool?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hunt. I have my gun license. I have a gun. I shoot them.
Animals ever suffer when you shoot them?
No.
You always get a clean shot every single time.
Absolutely. Headshot. Done. I don't even know what's happened. Yeah. You're gone.
Could have got a vegan burger that night though.
No, I could have. But I don't live in the city, man. Yeah. We have nothing vegan out there.
Here's some more
cool.
information.
Thanks, mate. All right.
If you ever think about it, before you shoot that animal in the head, have a think about, you know.
Imagine if the animals had guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish they did, yeah. Make it interesting, wouldn't it?
Thanks for the conversation, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Good on you.
Yeah.
I won't find these girls anyway.
You'll be vegan soon enough.